Under the lights at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Once again, when the Truck Series schedule comes out, everyone marks when we will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series American Commercial Lines 200 on speed. Hampton, Georgia, just a bit south of Atlanta. And it was a little bit rainy today, but now obviously we're ready to race. And this is one of those places where your anticipation just builds up to a crescendo. When they get ready to say those words, gentlemen, start your engines, you're ready for the green flag to fly.
We've been hearing about 5 wide, 5 lanes in the corners. How many times do you get to watch trucks run 5 wide? But they can do it here at Atlanta.
Yep.
When they get to the corner, you just simply go where the guy in front of you isn't. If he's low, you go high. I love this stuff.
We've had such great racing here because these guys are competitive. They don't play nice. They like to beat and bang, and they're going to be rubbing the wall. They're going to be down on the apron, as Michael said. They're going to be all over this racetrack. We have a great field of trucks here, and it's going to be a tremendously competitive race.
Now, when you talk about a great field of trucks, we've thrown out a bunch of names who we think are going to win, but why does Todd Bodine have such success on mile-and-a-half racetracks?
As he said, he's got a great package, great aero package with that Lumber Liquidators Toyota. He's got a good engine program with TRD and Toyota, and he's got Mike Hillman Sr., the brains. That's Mike right there talking to Todd. He's standing in for his son, Mike Hillman Jr., who was suspended for something they had done prior to qualifying at Daytona. So a great package. They've won a lot of races together.
Todd Bodine starts 7th tonight. He'll have to get by Ron Hornaday and Chad McCumbee. They make up our front row. Let's go down for tonight's command.
And now, for the delivery of those most famous words in motorsports, please welcome back the Vice President of Human Resources for American Commercial Lines, Shane Ingersoll.
Drivers, start your engines!
The trucks have come to life. They will be rolling out onto the racetrack, and we're about to get underway with the 3rd race of the 2008 season. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series on Speed is brought to you by Craftsman. Craftsman tools are the official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears. And by Zaxby's. From chicken fingers to wings, sandwiches, and salads. Zaxby's. Indescribably good. Welcome back to Atlanta Motor Speedway. The big topic all day long has been the weather. Will it hold off? Well, it's 63 degrees, it's cloudy, and the breeze is about 8 miles an hour, but there is no precipitation, and that is the great thing right now. Let's take a look at our Optima Batteries track description on this 1.5 mile super speedway.
Great surface right there. See, 24 degrees in the corners. The straightaways are essentially flat. The front stretch over 2,300 feet. Back stretch 1,800 feet. And the key is, Michael, you can run anywhere you want on this racetrack.
You can look at all those numbers, and all I want to tell you is 5 wide is a possibility, and we're going to see people try to do that.
We want to look at our Castrol race analysis. 32 trucks starting this one. It's just over 200 miles, 130 laps.
These guys have a new engine package this year and a little bit and some aerodynamic changes as well, Phil. So this tire is very hard. We've seen tire wear be a factor here in Atlanta, but I don't think it's going to be this year. It's going to be more about getting some fresh tires on those trucks so they'll stick in those corners.
Yeah, and a little smaller fuel cell, so the pit window's a little bit earlier than it would have been last year.
See the field rolling around the racetrack now. Your starting grid's going to roll across the bottom of the screen. The American Commercial Lines 200. Ron Hornaday, his 15th career pole, and Chad McCumbee tying his best start ever in the Truck Series, make up row 1. We want to take a look at a few other drivers. We're going to shine a spotlight on a few different drivers tonight, and that spotlight is going to move to the 46. Starting off is Ray Dunlap.
Well, Rick, if it's the speed spotlight, let's talk about Scott Speed. He makes his first ever NASCAR start tonight. You know, just about every young driver has a history in go-karts, but not many of them have a history in go-karts like this guy. His entire family is wrapped around go-kart racing, and because he was so good in go-karts, he got an opportunity to get into the Red Bull Challenge. He won that challenge and went to Formula One. This guy has traveled all around the world racing, and everybody I've talked to has said he can adapt to any kind of vehicle. We'll see how he does in the Craftsman Truck Series in his first start tonight at Atlanta. Adam?
And Jason White starts 31st tonight in the 08 truck, and it would be a special evening for him to have a good run. The reason why, gunbroker.com, the sponsor on the truck, is headquartered right here in Atlanta. They're celebrating their 9th anniversary this weekend, and recently they had their 1 millionth customer celebrated with their business. Jason White rolling off in the 31st position here tonight. Phil?
Adam, I want to take a look at Donnie Lee. That's him right there in that 71 Chevrolet truck. He is a reigning Whelen Modified champion from last year, won 6 times. See on the back, it says, "Say I won't beat MS." They're putting that on there, trying to raise awareness and raise some money for multiple sclerosis. They also have a little bit more incentive. One of their crew members, Scott Nesbitt, was taken from the racetrack at California Speedway a couple weeks ago and taken to the hospital. Actually had open heart surgery in California at Loma Linda Hospital, and they had to go back in and do a second open heart surgery. Right now he is on his way back from Michigan. Good news is he's doing great, and we'll be watching this race when he gets home in Michigan. So a lot of incentive for Donnie Leah and this entire TRG Chevrolet team. He starts 25th. Mikey.
Brian Scott starts 20th, Phil, in his Albertson Chevys. Let me throw a few numbers on you. You know what 9th plus 23rd equals? It equals the rookie point lead for this cat, but only by 1 point over 3 other drivers. Now, we all know how I struggle with numbers. I'm glad I got all that out for you. This is the same team that has won 2 championships, being led by Dave Fuge, who is the crew chief on this truck. So Brian is hoping that Dave can lead him to a victory tonight in Atlanta.
I was ready to jump in and lead you down the direction of 23 and 9 and adding all those numbers up, because I know how we've had fun with numbers up here. Let's head back down to pit road and Adam Alexander.
You know, Rick, Roush Fenway racing has been amazing here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway over the years. In the Nextel Cup Series, now the Sprint Cup Series, 5 wins all time. What about the NASCAR Nationwide Series? 4 times they've gone to victory lane. But in 4 years of Truck Series racing at AMS, never has a Roush Fenway machine been able to visit Victory Circle. Could that change tonight? Well, time remains to be seen on that. But you can also say that this is only one of 3 tracks where this team has not experienced victory. We'll see if it changes here tonight, right?
Well, Adam, we've seen a lot of great finishes here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and folks, you've got to watch every lap of this race. When we come down to the finish of this event, count the last 12 laps and see if there's not a lead change there, because in every race that we've run here, there's been a lead change in the final 12 laps of this race, and 2 times here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, it's been after the white flag flies. We know there's some great finishes. Watch the finish line, but don't go away in those final 12 laps.
You won't want to leave. You won't want to even leave the couch for 1 minute while the racing is going on. We're going to ride along with a few different drivers. Travis Quappel, Johnny Benson, and Todd Bodine will all be carrying cameras tonight, so you'll have a great ride all the way around this 1.5 mile super speedway. It is Ron Hornaday bringing the field to the green flag. We are about to get underway, and it flies in the air. We're underway with race number 3.
Saw Chad McCumbee, that 8 truck, get a little bit looser. He spun the wheels. Ted Musgrave jumped by him on the inside.
He also jumped by him before they crossed the start-finish line. You're not supposed to pass before the start-finish line on the start of the race, the initial start of the race. But NASCAR will probably take into consideration that Chad McCumbee didn't get going. Ted had no choice. He had to dodge him, and dodging him was getting out of the way.
We're getting a report, Michael, that he's going to be black flagged for passing before the start. We saw Ted Musgrave lose a championship at Homestead a few years ago by passing before he got to the start-finish line.
Well, that was classic textbook. A guy just pulled over and passed him. If the 8 truck of McCumbee spun his tires, all Ted had to do was pull over. He didn't have to pass him. Ted chose to pass him, and he's going to have to come to pit road. Adam, what are they saying in the pit?
Well, Musgrave got the word from the spotter stand. They black flagged us, and he said, I had nowhere to go. Just as you alluded, Michael, he spun his tires. Now the team talking to the officials in the pit area, but it looks like to no avail. He will have to make the pass-through penalty, guys.
And we've talked about 5-wide racing and all the grooves here. This doesn't kill his evening. This is going to set him back for sure. But, you know, Ted made the move. He passed.
Right.
All he had to do is pull over and stop. Let's watch it again, Rick.
Take another look at this. This is the start of the race. Now, McCumbee has troubles in that 8. Right behind him is a 59.
There's no question, but as Michael said, Ted didn't have to go ahead and complete that pass. He could have pulled up beside him. They got to the start-finish line. You see the crew members, Danny Rollins, our crew chief, is pleading his case to the NASCAR official. But no decision yet, other than the fact that he has been black flagged.
Well, he's behind the 8 now. I mean, maybe he's saying, hey, I'll give him his position back.
A little bit late, I think, is what NASCAR will say about that. He needs to get the...
It's this time right here. This time for a pass-through.
He's going to have to do the pass-through. Now, while all of this was going on, it was Kyle Busch who jumped out to the lead early on. And here comes Ron Hornaday. Side by side, they go down the backstretch.
Ron Hornaday makes the move on the inside. Kyle's going to fight back on the outside. Look at Ron Hornaday below the white line.
Oh, and sideways is Kyle Busch as he works through 3 and 4, back out onto the front stretch. Here comes Ted Musgrave. He's making his way onto pit road. You see him off in the distance.
He will drive.
Pass-through penalty. I'm sorry, Mike. And again, this is not going to ruin his night.
No, because he's got a fast truck. There's all kinds of room out here to pass. There's going to be differing pit strategies, what these guys are going to want to do on pit road because of the different fuel cell and the different engine combination that they got. So there's a lot of unanswered questions right now. Ted Musgrave will have to play a different strategy in order to try to rebound from this early penalty.
And the other thing he's obviously got, if he would go a lap down, which more than likely he will here very shortly, is he gets the Aaron's lucky dog.
Well, you can't beat that. Aaron just steps
Getting a lap back.
Aaron steps up to the plate and gives Ted a lap back. And I said in the pre-race, Ted's got a truck that can win this race.
Right.
Now's an important time for him to relax, understand that he made a mistake. They paid the penalty for that mistake. Now we got to rebound. Let's see what we can make out of this night.
You see Ted come out right in front of our leader on Hornaday. Now, he does not need to push this issue right now. If he can stay in front of him, great. But if not, then he's going to be in perfect spot to get that Aaron's lucky dog.
We're seeing two different lines already. Here, Eric Darnell's going low. We see the 21 of John Wood go high. Earlier, we saw Ron Hornaday on the bottom of the racetrack. Kyle Busch up against the wall almost, as we've only completed 6 laps.
That's because the tires feel good for about a lap. After that, they start to slip and slide, and you've got to take your truck to different places on this racetrack in order to understand what you need to do to be competitive for the long haul. Maybe it's good on the bottom, but you need to go up top and fool around a little bit and see what you got in case things change down on the bottom.
This is a great battle right there. That is a battle for the 8th position. Eric Darnell, the 99, has it. John Wood is going to fight back on the inside in the 21 Ford.
Mike Skinner just behind this duo. The truck's beginning to line up now on the racetrack. We're seeing them spread out just a bit after that first big battle that took place early on. Down the backstretch, a little side-by-side racing. 21 of John Wood and Eric Darnell still side-by-side. Here comes the 5 of Mike Skinner. He makes it 3 wide.
Skinner got a nice toe there. Those trucks were side-by-side, punching a tremendously large hole in the air. Mike Skinner took advantage of that, passed them both.
The side-by-side racing also continuing with McCumbee and Ted Musgrave around this racetrack.
Yeah, Chad, I got all the way by Ted, just didn't quite clear him and got held up down on the bottom, and now they're trying to sort this out. Ted just needs to stay in touch with the leaders right now. That's what he's thinking.
Ray, at that start, were they talking about problems with McCumbee, or did he just miss a shift?
No, McCumbee said he couldn't do it any better than that. He said, guys, we have to work on our transmission stuff on this particular truck. He said, this is the second time we've run this truck, and I've had a problem with it. But he said, the driver can't do any better than that, so it must be a problem in the actual transmission of that 8 truck.
Here comes that 33 of Ron Hornaday, trying to battle back as Kyle Busch has grabbed the lead again.
Drove right around the top side of the racetrack. I don't think he can get any higher than Kyle is right now. He's got the top staked out.
Here's another view right here. This is, look at the run he has on him. He goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. Hornaday was up high. Kyle said, well, I'll do it on the bottom.
Now, Kyle had mentioned earlier about, hey, watch for the sparks and such.
Did you see him? We're 9 laps in, and he's still. Oh, look at that.
There's a slide in front.
Go in front. You see him. He fixed it. Keep on digging, bud. Keep on digging.
That was Brian Scott, that Albertson Chevrolet you were telling us about. Here's another lead changer, fighting for the lead again.
Kyle Busch just in front of the 33 of Ron Hornaday. Hornaday looks to the inside. Let's see if he can make the move as Kyle Busch holds the momentum up high.
That truck is running awful low on the track field, low dynamically to the world, because you see it 10 laps into the race, it's still sparking. That means when those tires have low air pressure in it, it's really going to go crazy.
You know, he told us before the race that they needed to get some rounds in the front of that truck to get it up off the ground.
My crew's back at the hotel laughing at me, knowing that if I've got a car sparking, I'm happy, and I'm watching Kyle Busch drive away from him with his truck dragging the ground, Ray, and it looks good from up here.
Ray Dunlap.
Michael, it's so funny whenever you hear Kyle Busch on the radio. He's like, guys, I can't drive this thing. It's terrible. It's dragging all over the track. What am I going to do? We got to raise it up. But, boy, he looks fast.
Well, I saw things at Daytona that changed my whole opinion of that young man. He had a truck that it didn't look like anybody could drive, and he battled it all day long and ran second. I mean, we all know he's good, he's fast, but he put up with a truck that was horrible at Daytona and ran second.
It didn't look like Houdini could drive that truck.
He's awfully good, leading the Sprint Cup points, he's leading the Truck Series points, and he's leading this race here in Atlanta. School heroes are usually made on the field, but on speed they will be made in the shop class. 2 schools, 2 cars, and 1 race. Winner takes the car, loser takes the bus. I believe that might be the short bus even. You don't want to miss Drag Race High, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific. Again, Kyle Busch has battled back and forth between the lead and second. And right now he's on the point. We've got a problem on the racetrack. Caution comes out. It's Johnny Benson, the 23, having problems. You see the sparks flying out from underneath the right side.
Going flat because it didn't feel tight until right there off 4.
Johnny moved up to the 6th spot. You could hear him. He said it didn't really feel tight, so he didn't really know that he had anything going wrong. He must have run over something, Mike.
That's what it sounds like. Johnny's had a rough little last hour or so. He had a fast car in practice for the Cup race, missed that event, and now here just less than 20 laps into this race, moving up through the field, he's crashed already.
And a lot of damage to the right side of that truck. So obviously the right tire going out and then him making contact with the wall.
And his commentary was perfect. He said that it wasn't tight at all. It just went flat. So evidently he cut that tire, like you said, Phil.
A lot of damage. Let's take another look at this, Phil.
So look to your right of your screen there. You see the tire go really in the second part of the dog leg. The tire goes down, and
that's where you want to have it go down.
Absolutely.
I mean,
he made some contact with the wall, but it would have been a whole lot worse had he been in the corner.
There's a chance.
There's another shot right there. You can see the left rear tire has moved over actually outside the body, so it bent the rear end panhard rod or trailing arms and pulled it over. Let's listen to Johnny.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sounds hard, doesn't it, Phil?
Sure
when you
does.
hit those walls, Rick, it still hurts when somebody else hits it.
Well, people say softer barriers. Well, they're not really softer barriers. They're safer barriers, and they lessen the blow. Here comes the field onto pit road as Johnny Benson's in the garage. Kyle Busch will lead Ron Hornaday. Adam Alexander.
Jack Sprague started 5th, trying to get over a tough outing at California 2 weeks ago. He's up to 4th in the running order, just a bit snug in the center. 4 tires, fuel, slight air pressure adjustment. Ray Dunlap.
The number 51 truck, you'll see the hood going up. They're going to put rounds in the front springs. They're going to try to lift that truck up off of the ground a little bit. So this will be a fairly long pit stop. They were talking about do we or do we not change tires. Now for Hornaday down at the other end, Rick Wren said he wanted fuel only, but Ron Hornaday said nope, we got to do tires. So there's going to go tires onto this number 51. He came in as the leader. He'll go out in the back of the pack.
I love a tire rule. You know, it gives these crew chiefs a chance to make a difference. They can make some calls. Kyle Busch, he went under the hood and worked on his truck. We saw him at Daytona just knowing at any minute he was going to go under the hood and work on it. Never did down there. Here, leading the race, driving away, they decided they had to adjust that thing.
You saw that crew member right there that has that ratchet. That's what they use to raise that front up. There's jack screws on each side. They use that to raise that front up off the ground.
Richie Waters makes those calls, and I like the way he calls a race.
Again, the reason why we're under this first caution of the night at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Johnny Benson, we're riding along with him through the quad oval, and then the right front tire blows out and into the wall. Kyle Busch was leading. It was the 33 that came off of pit road first after the pit stops. When we come back, we'll line them all back up and get the green. Check out the new SpeedTV.com, the one-stop shop for the latest NASCAR news, results, commentary, and video. Log on to SpeedTV.com today. NASCAR on Speed. Be there. Beautiful pictures being brought to you by DirecTV. NASCAR Hot Pass only on DirecTV. Puts you behind the wheel. DirecTV spaceship up there giving us those shots. Mikey, I think we've got a lucky dog.
Aaron's lucky dog here in Atlanta. Their corporate headquarters are here. We saw Brian almost crash. Must have got his breath collected back up. Now he's accepted the Aaron's lucky dog, drive around and get back on the lead lap. What's going on down on pit road, Ray?
Well, Michael, just wanted to let you know that Rowdy is back in here on the 51. Why? Well, they did not get the rounds in the track bar. They wanted to go 2 rounds down. They're going to get that done, and the guys went to the front to make sure that all 4 of those hood pins were securely fastened. They've got that done, and he will go back out, and now he has 3 laps more of fuel than the other guys. Remember, they all came to pit road on lap 20. Adam?
And you can see what's left of the tire for Johnny Benson. The Goodyear engineers have checked it over, said they cannot diagnose exactly what went wrong. You see what's left of the tire. Over here, what's left of the truck. Johnny Benson back-to-back third-place finishes to start 2008. But a rocky start to the evening here in Atlanta, and the crew really working hard on his machine.
Chad McCumbee with an impressive qualifying effort, starting on the outside of row number 1, and then problems on pit road, it looks like, as he's 25th now in the running order. Adam Alexander, do you know what happened there?
Well, Chad McCumbee had to come back down pit road, losing a number of positions, and pit strategy playing out here in this first segment of the race. While Chad McCumbee losing on pit road, Travis Kvapil up to third with a 2-tire stop, guys.
Chad decided to come back in and top his that gas tank off. He was already way in the back.
What about a 2-tire stop for Travis Kvapil? What about that strategy early on in this race?
Well, we heard Kyle Busch's crew and some of the other Hornadays crew talking about not taking tires at all.
Yeah.
So I like that call, as long as it doesn't mess you up with the amount of tires you have left for the rest of the race.
It was a fairly early pit stop here around lap number 20. We know we have to go 130 laps. These guys only had 4 sets of tires for this race, 1 on the truck, 3 in the pits. So, you know, a little tire economics may not be a bad plan right now.
But I think what he did was he sacrificed 2 left side tires. Basically, he said, I'm not going to put on those 2 tires. I'm going to get 2 rights right now, use those tires to give me some track position, hopefully hold that track position, then I'll fire 4 tires at it when I'm up front.
Scoring monitor shows Hornaday out in front, Sprague running second, Kvapil third. Adam Alexander.
And before we had the caution brought out by Johnny Benson, an unscheduled stop for Scott Speed, who's making his NASCAR debut here this evening. And the reason he came down under green, felt a vibration in the truck. He thought it was a right front tire. Unfortunately, when he came down pit road, the tire's in good shape. So an ill-advised stop early for Scott Speed, and he becomes one of the growing list of drivers who are now battling track position in the early stages here tonight.
Safety crew still working on cleaning up this racetrack. So while they're doing that, we're going to run away to another commercial break. Be back for the green flag here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Welcome back. Green flag in the air as we restart for the American Commercial Lines 200. Out in front of the field again, it's Ron Hornaday Jr., then Jack Sprague, Travis Kvapil, Todd Bodine, Mike Skinner, your top 5. Brendan Gaughan, Terry Cook, Matt Crafton, Colin Brown, and Eric Darnell, your top 10.
Ted Musgrave, the 59 truck, is lined up right now right behind Ron Hornaday. Remember, he did not get Aaron's lucky dog, so he is still 1 lap down. There goes Todd Bodine on the inside of Scott Lagasse Jr. Travis Kvapil, the Zaxby's Ford, drops in behind the 20 of Scott Lagasse Jr.
Little too wide racing going on here.
See the truck of Terry Cook right down on the bottom along with Skinner. Hornaday's. Check this mess out.
Well, how about 4 wide? And take a look at Kyle Busch in the 51 passing on the apron.
Was he on the flat in the corner?
What was he doing down there?
Didn't you guys say he'll pass?
Oh, he's doing it again.
Oh, and he's going to get Colin Brown. He gets into Colin Brown. He slides on the apron. Let's see if Colin Brown can keep it on the apron and away from the racetrack. He turns around.
No caution yet.
No caution flag. Let's see if he can get moving. Ray, what's going on down there?
Well, Colin Brown had come on the radio about halfway down the backstretch and said, I got a flat right front tire. Flat tire, guys, I'm going to pit. So that's why he was slow, and that's why Rowdy was down on the inside there to make the contact.
I bet he never dreamed somebody would hit him from the left side, though, do you think?
He keeps moving forward. Kyle Busch now taking the spot away from the 16, Brian Scott. So he has moved up into the top 20 now.
Kyle Busch has made some tremendous moves here. Let's take a look back at when Kyle was down on the apron of the racetrack. Watch him down there. He's got the 11 of David Starr right in front of him. They get seized up a little bit. He's just going to turn left, drive down in the flat of the racetrack, drive by that 11 truck of David Starr. He's not done yet. See the 6 of Colin Brown right there in front of him. Watch when we get down here to the next corner. Remember, Colin Brown thinks he has a flat tire. He's trying to get down to the apron. Kyle's down there below him. They make just slight bit of contact. It turns Colin around, and Kyle Busch continues on.
Yeah, it seized him up for just a moment, though. Stopped that momentum that he had. Obviously, Kyle Busch was running down on the bottom of the racetrack thinking nobody's going to come down here. I'm the only one to try this. And then all of a sudden, Colin Brown comes down. Take a look at this. A battle for the lead. Ron Hornaday Jr. Actually, that's the 59 of Ted Musgrave. He's still a lap down.
Ted's got a fast truck. He's dealing with our leader. He needs that caution flag to fly, though, so he can try to get that Aaron's lucky dog. Are these guys 3 wide? Oh, they squeeze back.
Trying to make it 3 wide.
Got the Brendan Gaughan right there leading that Ford number 10. There's Terry Cook in that 60. That's the truck that Jack Sprague drove last year. And there's Mike Skinner in that 5 truck. And here comes Eric Darnell in the Northern Tool and Equipment Ford.
Brendan was one of the slowest trucks here in practice earlier today. Just to there's 3 wide, except it didn't last long. Brendan's truck was slow earlier today. They made some great changes to that thing. Now he's running up in the 7th spot.
I talked to Brian Berry, his crew chief, before the race, and I said, what did Brendan say about the truck? And when they qualified, it wasn't very fast. He said, I think we're okay. We're good. I can drive it. So obviously he's showing us that he can.
Well, NASCAR just came on the radio to Kyle Busch and said, all right, Kyle, you got to settle down now. Calm down a little bit, and please use the racetrack. So here's what Kyle does. Well, I'll use the high side of the racetrack now then.
That's part of the racetrack, isn't it?
They didn't like it when I went on the left side. Let's see how they like it when I take the right.
We're going to pass to the right now.
Now, as a race car driver, you're Scott Speed, Formula One racer, and you see this cat go flying by guys on the apron, and then you think, okay, that's the line you need to run, the apron. I got it. I want to do that. And then you look up, and he's going around everybody on the high side.
Oh, you go by the wall. That's where you got to pass everybody, up there.
That's got to be a little bit confusing for Scott Speed and some of these guys that are new to this stuff.
Mike Skinner makes the pass on Brendan Gaughan. Mike takes over the 6th position for Brendan Gaughan. You see Matt Crafton, the 88, leading that group. He's running 5th right now.
Matt Crafton in the top 5. Travis Quaffle 4th. Jack Sprague's 3rd. Todd Bodine's moved up to 2nd. And Ron Hornaday still leading this charge around Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Eric Darnell, the 99, posted the outside of that Weiler Toyota of Terry Cook. You know, I like Travis Quaffle's strategy right now. He did 2 tires to get up front, get some track position, and he's maintaining a top 4 spot.
Spreading out a bit now. See a battle for 19th and 20th here. Chad Chaffin in that 40. Andy Lally in the 7. And here comes the 18. Dennis Setzer making his way up there now.
Yeah, Dennis made a late pit stop, Michael. He was one of the last cars or last trucks on pit road. Now he's making some moves here. There's the lucky dog of last caution flag, Brian Scott, the 16.
We've already seen Brian have that thing way crossed up, and it looks like it's wanting to do it with him again. His truck looks really loose.
Adam Alexander, how is Dennis Setzer doing on the racetrack?
Well, early it was not good, guys. Extremely loose. So they called for a number of changes on that first pit stop at lap 20. He also got 4 tires. At the restart, he was back right around the 25th position. But as you guys can see, they've got it where he wants it, working on Andy Lally for a spot in the top 20.
It's good to see Andy Lally get his arms around this thing. You know, it's quite an undertaking. We saw him have a major crash at Phoenix. He's a road racer. This is all new to him. It's good to see him be competitive, running inside that top 20.
Here is a very competitive race truck. Ron Hornaday looking to rebound after the slow start at Daytona. Just behind him, it's the 88. Todd Bodine's actually running 2nd, but the 88 making moves around this racetrack.
Ted's got to be really frustrated over that start. He's sitting there riding along in the 2nd spot, which is where he was running when he got black flag, but now he's a lap down. He's got to get around that lead truck of Ron Hornaday to get back in contention.
There's Todd Bodine right there. You see Todd started back in the 7th position, all the way up to 2nd now. Mile-and-a-half master.
Just behind Todd Bodine, you just saw the 2 go by. That's the American Commercial Lines Toyota Chevy Silverado of Jack Sprague, joining Kevin Harvick Incorporated this season.
That's looking a lot better there. Looking good now.
And that's what I think they were looking for when they paired Jack Sprague up with Ron Hornaday. They knew that they had 2 great drivers, both 3-time champions, and here they are now running in the top 3, both trucks.
Matt Crafton running in that 4th spot. Coming back out on the racetrack, Johnny Benson, bringing our camera back out onto pit road and onto the racetrack. So Johnny Benson throwing his hat back into this race, although about 19 laps down to the field. It's Hornaday out in front of Bodine, Sprague, Crafton, and Skinner. Sunday on Speed, step into the wind tunnel where everybody has an opinion and any topic is fair game. Don't miss the biggest names, the biggest opinions, and, well, sometimes the biggest mouths. And don't be afraid to give Dave Despain a piece of your mind. And a special guest, Stefan Sarazan, will join him in Wind Tunnel. That's Dave Despain, Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Our second caution has come out. It was Justin Marks spinning out of turn number 4. on lap 42. Now they come down to pit road. Adam Alexander.
Jack Spratt riding second in the 2, riding third in the 30 is Todd Bodine. Both their crew chiefs said if the 33 comes, you can come as well. Both get fuel only and an adjustment. Ron Hornaday in front of Ray.
33 is going to get fuel only. Rick Wren said, I don't even want to pit right now. Hornaday said, I don't think we can stay out there, can we? Looks like they make a little adjustment, but Hornaday will not be the first one off of pit road. Sprague beats him out.
Sprague was making good time off pit road. Be interesting to see if
and
he was going.
He had a close call too as he exited his pit.
We'll take another look at what happened on pit road, but first let's take a look at why we are under this caution. Coming out of turn number 4, look for the 9 of Justin Marks sliding down on the apron.
Just running all by himself. Did a nice job of keeping that truck down towards the bottom of the racetrack.
What you love, Phil, is when a guy like Justin, young cat like that, can make a mistake, spin his truck out, and not pay the ultimate price, which is packing it into the wall. Probably made a little bit of a bad decision here when he just jerks back up on the road, but at least he didn't have to pay for that mistake. He could learn from it. Ride with Travis Quappel looking out the back. That's where you want to see.
No caution yet. No caution.
Out the back.
That's where you want to see all the crashes.
Right out the back.
Caution is out. Caution's out.
Now I'm interested to see if this cat was speeding or not, because he really made. Oh,
Very close call there with Justin Marks.
But another close call. And then another close call.
See him getting around the 30 truck. That was a pretty adventurous trip down pit road, wasn't it?
Now, how could you expect him to look down at his tachometer and find out how fast he was going on pit road? He couldn't be doing that. He had too many things to look for.
He knew he had to dodge some people, and as soon as he got that done, then he'd worry about how fast he was going.
Second caution has come out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll be right back with the green. Welcome back. The American Commercial Lines 200 on speed continuing from Atlanta Motor Speedway, just a little south of Atlanta in Hampton, Georgia, at this super fast mile-and-a-half racetrack. 2 cautions thus far. A little breezy day here in Hampton, Georgia. How about an amazing run for Kyle Busch already in this race?
Well, we're used to seeing it. Look, he goes down on the apron to pass David Starr and about 3 other trucks. He makes it 4 wide, uses the flat of the racetrack. Now he's going to go by about 3 or 4 trucks on the high side. And that's Chad McCumbee, a truck that qualified on the front row. Now, this is a little bit of a scary incident for him. The 6 of Colin Brown thought he had a tire going down, so he was trying to make his way to the apron. Kyle was racing down there in the apron. They made a little bit of contact and caused Colin to get turned around, and then he made his way to pit road.
NASCAR made the call to Kyle Busch and said, hey, Kyle, we'd appreciate it if you just calm down a little bit and go ahead and use the racetrack, too. We'd appreciate the racetrack where you're going to race.
And that's when you saw him go all the way up to the top and pass everybody up on the high side.
He said, how's that?
That's much better. Colin, though, Colin Brown, his night is ruined now. He's a couple of laps down. He's not in a position to get the lucky dog back. He had a flat tire. He was doing exactly what he was supposed to do, get to the bottom of the racetrack. And Kyle had different plans, and their paths crossed, and Colin wound up spinning out.
Meanwhile, Kyle has worked his way all the way up to the 4th spot now.
And the green flag back in the air from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
This is really going to be interesting because we've got Jack Sprague, who's had a top 3 truck, Ron Hornaday, who's had one of probably the 2 best trucks here, and then Todd Bodine has been in the top 5 the entire race, and there comes the 51 of Kyle down on the inside.
Side by side for the lead as they go down the backstretch.
And side by side for second, or for third, excuse me.
Hornaday is able to make the pass. Here comes Kyle Busch, powering his way into turn number 3.
Todd's going to try to follow. Look at that truck wiggle in front of him.
Kyle Busch bouncing around, moves up into second. Todd Bodine trying to take third away.
Got Mike Skinner coming along with Todd. Side by side.
How about the names at the front of this field right now? Hornaday, Busch, Bodine, Sprague, Skinner, and Cook, the top 6. All hungry to get to that finish line first. Ron Hornaday now trying to hold off Kyle Busch once again. We've seen this at the beginning of the race, and now here, not even halfway through, and they're battling again. Ray Dunlap.
Rick, I was curious what Michael and Phil think about these tire strategies. Of course, Kyle Busch and Ron Hornaday taking fuel only on this this last round of pit stops. They were on pit road here right around lap 42, but a lot of other guys on the other end of my pits put on 4 tires or 2 tires. We see Terry Cook coming into the picture here in a minute. He put on right side tires. These guys could get in a long green flag run here and have absolutely no tires. They'll have them left for the end of the race, but what do you think of their strategy?
Well, I think if you put tires on that first go round, then you couldn't put them on this go round because you would run out of tires. If the guys didn't put tires on the first round, then they could afford to put them on this round of pit stops, because you only have 4 sets for this entire race. 1 on the truck when you start, 3 in the pits. We know that they've at least put 1 on. Ooh, great battle there. Terry Cook wiggles a little bit on the inside. So you don't want to get down towards the end of this race and run out of tires, because they really matter here.
And everybody was really comfortable with the tire wear. No one believed they had any tire wear problems. Then enter Johnny Benson.
Yeah.
He blows a right front tire and hits the wall. So now all of a sudden, instead of being overly confident you can run forever on your tires, you've got to think about that situation. But historically, the caution flag will fly again and again here at Atlanta. It's a big wide racetrack, but darn, there's not a lot of grip. Even the leaders are sideways.
Yeah. What beautiful shots we're getting from the DirecTV blimp. Got side-by-side racing all over the racetrack. Kyle Busch running that high line on the left side of your screen. Ron Hornaday trying to battle back for the lead. Then just behind them, you've got Jack Sprague on the high side. Terry Cook down below him. Then right behind that, 2 Toyotas battling side-by-side, Skinner and Bodine.
See this great battle for the lead down here. You don't normally see guys battle that hard for the lead in a cup race on Sunday, Michael, because they know it's 500 miles, 325 laps here or whatever. These guys have to get it done and get it done quick. Both of these guys want that lead.
There's only 130 laps scheduled for this one, so the race is for that start-finish line, and they're trying to get there quick. Ron Hornaday now back in front of Kyle Busch. Jack Sprague has made the pass on Terry Cook, and it looks like Todd Bodine has just an edge over Mike Skinner as they go across the start-finish line.
You know, it reminds me of bicycle racing. You know those bicycles when they're running around the velodrome or whatever?
They're pedaling awful fast.
Pedal up, but the guy in front, you know, is breaking the wind, and the guy in second can just pull out anytime he wants and drive by. That's what these 2 guys are doing, Hornaday and Kyle Busch.
It looks like they just decide to run a little harder when the other one gets in front. Ron run Kyle down and passed him down on the bottom, and now Kyle is retaliating on top. Look at the run. He gets off turn 4.
I remember Kyle Busch had the hood up on the first stop where they were making some major adjustments to the chassis. Adam Alexander.
And a guy to watch right now, the 59 of Ted Musgrave. He got the free pass after that early penalty, pitted for 4 tires and fuel at lap 43, restarted 24th, and check this out. He's battling for a spot in the top 10, going after Brendan Gaughan now for 11th in the running order. That's the good news. The bad news is Donnie Vaden, who's the shop foreman for Musgrave's team, was hit on that pit stop in the pit area. He was transported to the infield care center for further evaluation, but the 59 truck, as we expected, on the move.
Nice move by the 8 of Chad McCumbee as we watched another lead change. Kyle Busch was able to get back by Ron Hornaday. They haven't kept the lead 2 laps in a row, I think, since we went back to green flag racing.
It looks so evenly matched between these 2 trucks. I mean, one gets a good run, he's able to go by, takes the lead. The other one stays up behind him until he gets a good run, then he goes by and takes the lead.
Look at Kyle wobbling up there. He's one guy, he'll go to the lead wobbling, and when he gets the lead, he doesn't stop doing that. That thing is very loose in the corners, and that means that Ron can get runs on him when that thing gets a little bit sideways. This is what NASCAR...
Ron got a little sideways right there. Did you see that, Michael?
This is what NASCAR envisioned when they did away with some of the horsepower under the hood, that these guys could draft up and really race each other, and it's a lot of fun to watch right now. These 2 can't sort it out.
These 2 have separated themselves by almost 3 seconds between what Kyle Busch has the lead over Jack Sprague, who's running 3rd right now. So a little difference between 1st and 2nd and 3rd in the rest of this field.
We saw the 60 of Terry Cook right now riding behind that 5 of Mike Skinner. He lost a position or 2 just a few moments ago. Watch this. You see him right in the middle of that pack. He makes a nice run through the center of the corner. Gets real loose. Has to chase that truck up the hill. That allowed the 5 of Mike Skinner to get by.
That's when he said, I'm getting a good run through the middle. I'm gaining on these guys. Oops. I know why now. I'm about to crash.
And so, as Terry Cook grabs his breath, Matt Craftsman right behind him. Eric Darnell, the number 99, currently running in the 7th spot. He's the highest scored Ford. Ford has never won at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Could tonight be the night? Well, Eric Darnell is taking the blue oval toward the front. Travis Kvapil, his teammate, moved back to the 10th spot. In front of the field, it's Kyle Busch and Ron Hornaday battling it out. Rick Wren watching. Our aerial coverage tonight brought to you by DirecTV. Your ticket to the most sports in HD high definition, as well as your ticket to Hot Pass. 1-800-DirecTV. Giving us some great shots from high atop Atlanta Motor Speedway. We continue with 69 laps remaining in this one. Not quite to the halfway point. 130 scheduled. Ron Hornaday has begun to check out on Kyle Busch. Just over a second now, the lead for Hornaday.
Yeah, let's take a look and see how it happened. You see Kyle gets a little bit loose through the center, drifts up the racetrack, exiting the corner. Ron just gets a good run off turn 2, passes him down the backstretch, beats him down to turn number 3.
Kyle Busch has fallen off the pace that Ron Hornaday's setting. In fact, Jack Sprague has driven right up to the back bumper of that 51 truck. There you see our leader, Ron Hornaday, off turn 2. Thing looks nice, don't it, Phil? Down in the front.
It really does. Has a nice attitude. That front splitter right down on the racetrack.
And we see Mike Skinner, Matt Craftsman. 2 and 3 wide back here. That's Johnny Benson. He's quite a few laps down after the problems with the right front tire going out early for him. John Wood in that number 21 looks to the middle of the racetrack, trying to get by the 10 of Brendan Gaughan. Brendan Gaughan way up against the wall. He goes through 3 and 4 and back into the quad oval.
There's battles all over this racetrack. You can see there's Craftsman and Skinner trying to sort out the 4th spot. Skinner got really loose off turn 2.
Last time Matt Craftsman finished 3rd, which is his career best, and I believe he's done it 5 times. It was right here at this racetrack, and it was last year.
Look at that. Look how that 88 car is sucked down to the racetrack.
It's all about momentum.
And look how much higher.
A little momentum. He is 20 back now.
Look how much higher that 5 truck is right there. He's running conventional, Michael. We talked about the coil bind setup, which gets that front end down the straightaway. Mike Skinner, Jeff Hensley are not doing that, and you can see how high that truck is on the straightaways.
And by the way, he's running in 5th place. Like we said earlier today, you can be successful like that. I talked to Skinner after the test here at Atlanta, and he said, my truck's better conventional. We're going to run that way, and we think we've got a good truck. Well, he's proven he's right. He's running in the top 5, but the truck right in front of him is coil bound, and the trucks leading the race are that way. So Skinner and those guys might have to study and decide if they want to continue down that road or if they want to go with the coil bound setup.
Ray Dunlap, what else is going on with that 88?
Well, you know, guys, we were so worried about the weather coming into this race today. We thought it was going to rain and rain and rain. Matt Craftsman told me earlier today, don't worry about it. We know we're going to race tonight because it's time the weather gets on our side. What did he mean by that? Well, a week ago, they wanted to leave their race shop up in Sandusky to come down to North Carolina and put this very truck on the pull-down rig. They weren't even able to get out of the driveway because there was 1.5 feet of ice. They couldn't even leave the shop. They finally got the shop where they could get out of there and head down here to this race. Today they wanted to call and get another truck ready to go to the rig, and guess what? In Sandusky they got about 11 inches of snow today. So living up by Lake Erie, not so great for this team, but things have been going very well for Craftsman. He's got another top 5 running tonight. Adam?
A bit of a slow start in 2008 for Mike Skinner, but an 8th place finish in California has them with a bit of momentum. They struggled in the practice session earlier today and qualified 12, but he's finally got this thing going as he would like. And Skinner came on the radio and said, I'm a bottom feeder, and I think we need a long run because this thing seems to get better as the run continues. And if you watch and compare the lines, he arcs it high here, but through the corner, he likes to put those left side tires on the white line. Bottom feeder is Skinner, and right now he's riding the bottom to a run in the top 5.
Skinner looking impressive. Eric Darnell just behind him. We saw the pass of Jack Sprague on Kyle Busch as Ray was talking about the weather in Sandusky. The one good thing that comes of that, we know that pretty much everyone in the Sandusky area is sitting in their warm living rooms, maybe at the fire, watching the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race.
And guess what? We're over halfway in this race. As much as it looked like we may not be able to race tonight, we've got over half of this race in. If it was to rain now, this would be an official race.
You can see 2 distinct different lines there. Sprague ran down and passed Kyle Busch, and those 2 at the same time are gaining on our leader. Ron Hornaday has fallen off his hectic pace he was setting earlier. About a half a second difference in the lap times right now.
Yeah, both these trucks are running a lot faster than Ron Hornaday did these last couple laps.
I hate to use the word blistering pace, but at the same time, that's what Ron Hornaday was doing. He was setting a blistering pace. We just hope that the tires don't blister. Ted Musgrave, a guy who's really blistering the racetrack right now.
A nice comeback for Ted Musgrave. Already moved up into the 8th position. This is the very start of the race. This is how his day started off. You see Ted Musgrave, the 59. You see the circle there. The 8 of Chad McCumbee spun his tires. Ted passed him. He got black flag, a pass-through penalty. When he came back out on the racetrack, he was right in front of the leader. There's a 09 of Travis Quapple Ted's racing with. Here he is racing with a 14 of Rick Crawford. He had to pass a lot of trucks. He was finally able to get the lucky dog on the second caution flag, and now has worked his way back into the top 10.
Running in the 8th position is Ted Musgrave, and I know a lot of people have picked him as a favorite for this race, thinking he was very strong in practice, had a pretty good qualifying performance 4th, and now he's working his way back in the top 10. We're just 72 days away from the NASCAR Sprint All-Star race on speed. Obviously, the biggest stars will take to the stage. Right before that is the Craftsman Truck Series, if I remember correctly. 71 days till the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series takes to the racetrack. But obviously, we're going to be looking forward to that All-Star race as well.
When you head over to Charlotte to race anything, it gets everybody's hair on the back of their neck stood up. Everybody's watching. The guys at work, guys and girls that work so hard on these race trucks, they live, most of them there. They can come out.
Everybody's
watch.
home.
It's a good feeling, and I love the fact that the trucks are over there during All-Star weekend. The energy is high at Charlotte.
Take a look at our race summary after 76 of the 130 laps. Leaders Ron Hornaday. We've had 3 different leaders and 10 lead changes. Most of it was between Hornaday and Kyle Busch. Our average speed just over 133 miles an hour. 2 cautions, 11 laps. Only 1 truck out of the race, and that is Butch Miller.
Chad McCumbee.
Ted, that cat is on the move right now.
If you look at the scoring monitor, he's wearing them out. There's Todd Bodine. He's going the other way, Phil.
Yeah, he's all the way back to the 13th position, actually racing Dennis Setzer in that 18 truck for 12th. That last time by, Todd was in 13th. Dennis got by right in front of him is Philip Magilton. I continue to be impressed by Philip Magilton driving the Bill Davis truck number 22.
It's fun to see a young kid that gets it. You know, he showed up, he ran some ARCA races, and then he got his chance in this truck, and he puts the thing in a competitive state week in and week out while he's learning.
Yeah, look at this serial for Chad McCumbee. You see him right down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's really made a nice move. He continually runs the fastest laps on the racetrack. Probably, what, 8 of the last 10 laps, he's been the fastest truck on the racetrack. And now he's run down the 51 of Kyle Busch for the 3rd spot.
Chad McCumbee moving toward the front as Kyle Busch has his hands full with that number 51 Toyota Tundra.
This he's tasted victory, Phil. He was at Texas. Restart
close.
He didn't taste it. He was thinking about it, but he didn't taste it.
But he thought he was tasting it, and then he got crashed. A big difference.
Chad McCumbee makes the pass on Kyle Busch, Ray.
And guys, you remember earlier in the race, they came down pit road, and Chad said he thought he had a flat tire. It was not a flat tire, but for some reason there was fluid on the left rear, and they couldn't figure out exactly what it was, but Chad said the truck was so loose he thought he was going to crash it every single lap. He was able to hold on. He almost came to pit road under green, and that would have been disastrous for this 8 truck.
You know, for a young guy like, we talked to him in the setup show and how optimistic he was and how he was talking about the good runs he had towards the end of the last season. We saw him with a real shot to win that Texas race, and he and Jack Sprague got together on a restart, a late restart. He ended up in the wall. That was such a heartbreak for him, but you see the Malcolmson Construction Chevrolet right there. That's Dave Malcolmson, his owner, along with the Haas team. Really doing a nice job here. They are the fastest truck on the racetrack just about every time by here. He may have a shot to get up there and battle Hornaday and Sprague for this win.
These things are really slipping and sliding around right now, Phil. We've got several laps on the tires, and we see Kyle Busch struggling with his truck trying to hang on. Watch Rick Crawford hang on to this baby. He knows he's in trouble right now.
He's having to use all that racetrack. That's his teammate, Brendan, going right behind him. You see his hands. He got that thing real loose up off the corner.
That's when you're glad it's your teammate right behind you, because your teammate doesn't want to see you. See, look at him. He's still wiggling around as he comes off turn 2. That's a hard turn for him to get off of right now.
You know, we've run 40 laps since the last round of pit stops, and a lot of those guys we documented did not take tires. So a lot of these trucks on the racetrack now have 60 laps in their tires. Most of the guys in the garage area didn't think you would want to run these tires that many laps.
Talking about Rick Crawford and his Ford. Adam Alexander, what's going on with Travis Buffalo and his Ford?
It's been a bit of a struggle for Travis tonight. Started 22nd, loose truck all morning long in a practice session, but a couple of two-tire stops got him track position. You guys talked about the fact he was in the top 5, but the handling will not go away. It continues to be loose. Travis said on the radio, guys, I'm just trying to keep from wrecking it. He rides 17th. Going to try to do something down the stretch to make it happen, but unfortunately right now, not good for Quapo.
It's so crazy, Rick. You know, sometimes a guy will get in a truck and it's bad in practice, like Brendan Gaughan, and he fixes it. He didn't like that truck in practice, and he don't like it now.
We're closing in on green flag pit stops. We're going to take a quick break and be back for them to take their break. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series on Speed is brought to you by Sitgard's Endurance Heavy Duty Engine Oil and Overdrive Grease. Citgo Lubricants, they're at every turn. By Craftsman. Craftsman tools are the official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears. And by Aaron's Sales and Lease Ownership. Nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
And they'll give you a free pass if you ain't looking.
If you need it, they'll give you the free pass.
Ted Musgrave needed it, and now he's running 7th.
He took advantage of that free pass.
Great shot here from the DirecTV blimp. See Johnny Benson down on the bottom of the racetrack. He had problems early on, a right front tire going down. They went behind the wall, spent about 19 laps down there. And we see Ron Hornaday now making the hard left turn. He will make his way onto pit road. He was our leader. Jack Sprague is going to stay on the racetrack. He leads a lap here at Atlanta. Hornaday making his way all the way down pit road. Ray Dunlap.
Well, guys, they wanted to go 2 more laps, but Hornaday said the fuel light just came on in the dash. Rick Wren said, do it now. Make it to pit road. They just changed which set of tires they were going to use. They had set 3 ready. They made a last-second change and went with set number 4. When they get these 4 tires on, they'll be good to go. The distance here, a little bit slow coming around to the rear, but shouldn't be too big of a hassle. They got plenty of gas in there right now. A bit of a hang-up on the left rear. A little bit of a slower pit stop for Hornaday. Adam?
Lap 90 coming in is Andy Lally, and 3 positions in front of him on pit road is going to be Jack Sprague. He had the lead when he came down the pit lane after Hornaday pitted. It's going to be 4 tires and fuel, no adjustments. The 2 truck has been good all night long. A solid pit stop here will give him a chance for victory.
That 51 of Kyle Busch is also on pit road.
Anytime the leader is the first to pit, Bill, he forces everybody's hand. As soon as the leader hit the pit road, Ray, everybody had to come.
Big adjustments for Kyle Busch. They're going to go down 3 rounds on the track bar, up 2 rounds on the right rear. Kyle said he was not happy with the way it was handling in the center of the corners. Adam.
And lap 91, Todd Bodine in after top 5 run throughout the early part of the evening. Truck was tight. It went big time loose. It was wicked for him. 4 tires, fuel, and problems on the left rear for the 30. Bodine losing big time on pit road to Ray Dunlap.
There was a problem on the right front for the number 8 truck for McCumbee. It's like they couldn't get the tire pulled out of the fender well. That's going to slow them down a little bit. 4 tire stop for the MRD team. And here comes the 11 in also of David Starr. Adam?
Also in at lap 92, Ted Musgrave looking to get HT Motorsports their first victory. He gets 4 tires, fuel, and pulls away, and it did look like water pushing out the overflow. Mike Skinner picked up 5 bonus points. He too comes to pit road. Solid run for him tonight, looking for his first top 5 of 2008. Skinner getting 4 tires and fuel as Eric Darnell cycles to the lead.
Eric Darnell's been a leader. Mike Skinner's led a lap. Chad McCumbee led a lap. Jack Sprague has led 4 laps. And then, of course, Kyle Busch and Ron Hornaday have been very, very good tonight. And Eric Darnell makes his way onto pit road now.
Todd is...
Watch your speed, 3,900.
Dennis Setzer will inherit the lead in the 18 truck for BHR.
Darnell making his way into his pit stop. Right.
1 round out of the right rear is the plan for this Northern Tool Ford. Eric Darnell said, I need a little bit of help. They said, what can we do for you? He says, give me a little bit more than you did last time. So apparently that round will be all he needs. The truck has been getting loose on the very end of the run here. Good solid pit stop for the 99 crew, and he's back to the racetrack.
as the pit stops continue to cycle through, we see Dennis Setzer coming onto pit road. Currently, there are only 9 trucks. Actually, now we're up to 10 trucks on the lead lap, Adam.
And 1 lap ago, Stacy Compton came in. Now teammate Dennis Setzer coming to pit road for what will likely be the final stop of the night. The concern for BHR Virginia, the intermediate program. You wouldn't know it tonight. Both guys have been solidly in the top 12. Setzer getting 4 tires fuel and a slight adjustment for the stretch run here at Atlanta.
Getting a report that the 99 of Eric Darnell, who came in as the leader, was too fast in the very first segment of pit road. 52.6 miles an hour. Pit road speed is 45, so he will have a pass-through penalty. Tough break under green flag for Eric Darnell.
Another, we talked about Todd Bodine not having a particularly good pit stop. He's fallen a lap behind. This is our leader now. It's cycled through. Hornaday is leading the race. The first truck behind him is Todd Bodine. You can see Todd just behind him there. He's our point leader, and now he finds himself a lap down.
He has to stay in contact with that 33 truck in the event the caution flag were to come out to get that Aaron's lucky dog. The problem is there are going to be other trucks. There's Dennis Setzer right there, the 18. He could get in between those 2 trucks and him get the lucky dog if the caution came out.
Todd Bodine needs to run the best laps of his whole night right now. He's got to stay right up on Hornaday in order to make sure he gets that lucky dog from Aaron's if the caution flies.
You're seeing the pass-through penalty on the right side of your screen, Eric Darnell. Now I want to touch on, right now we're showing only 11 trucks on the lead lap. Todd Bodine trying to get in front of that 18 and stay in front of that 18, so he could get the lucky dog. But the big thing here is we don't normally see green flag pit stops in the Truck Series. It just doesn't happen that often. And they don't do the pit stops like the Sprint Cup Series do, where they can get in and 13 seconds later they're back and out onto the track. There are problems on pit road.
Some of them do. That's the problem. Some of the guys will hit a perfect stop, like Hornaday. Great stop, Todd Bodine. Not so great. All of a sudden, he finds himself a lap down.
32 laps of racing to go. Ron Hornaday out in front of the field once again. Kyle Busch 3.5 seconds behind him. Then it's Jack Sprague and Chad McCumbee. Matt Crafton rounding out your top 5. Again, only 9 on the lead lap at Atlanta. Log on to speedtv.com, keyword My Race Day now to get your latest show schedule. Make sure to stop by and see us this weekend in hot Atlanta. Not so hot, actually, here in hot Atlanta, but beautiful, beautiful racing going on here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We had green flag pit stops, and, well, what happened there was that now we only have 8 on the lead lap. Terry Cook is back there 30 seconds behind race leader Ron Hornaday, which actually means he's just in front of Ron Hornaday on the racetrack.
Phil, don't you love seeing the guy leading the race about to wreck? I mean, that just goes to show, that shows you how tough these trucks are to drive and what a commitment you got to make to be up front. We're used to seeing Kyle Busch sideways. That's because he's up front a lot. Hornaday up front and sideways.
You can see right there his last lap in that Mikasuki Toyota, about 2.5, almost 3 miles an hour faster than Ron Hornaday's last lap. So he's got a 4-second gap he's got to overcome here, but he is faster right now than Ron Hornaday.
Digging, he made up about 0.2 of a second the last lap. Jack Sprague running in the 3rd spot. He's about 9 seconds behind race leader Ron Hornaday. He has led a lap here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, so 5 bonus points going to Jack Sprague. Just behind Sprague, young Chad McCumbee with a very impressive performance tonight in that number 8 Chevy Silverado.
Yeah, 7th is his best career finish. He's done that 3 times, and he looks really like he's headed to better that right here.
And again, you got to think about what they've done on pit road with that 51 truck. We talked about Musgrave getting a lap down, getting the Aaron's lucky dog, and now racing back into a competitive position. But think about Kyle Busch. His truck was bottoming out in the front.
Right.
They were leading. They put rounds in the front. They adjusted it, went all the way to the back. And then into the last pit stop under green, he complained about how that thing was handling. Needed the track bar down, needed some wedge out of it. Richie Waters answers all those calls, and now, lap after lap, Kyle Busch is outrunning our leader, Ron Hornaday. He's got a faster truck.
And remember, you know, we could get a caution flag and close them right up here. We can't rule anybody out. Chad McCumbee right now continues to run fast laps. He's running in the 4th spot. He's going to be in contention. There's our 5th place truck right there, Mike Skinner. He's continued to make his truck better and better. Jeff Hensley and all his guys. This thing is a long way from over.
That's a 0.7 of Shane Sieg. Slow on the racetrack.
this thing's got a feel of you feel like the caution's going to fly. We've gone a long time without one, and then when it does, what happens on pit road? Does anybody put on some older, colder tires? Do we know that there isn't a team sitting down there with a set?
I think we have some teams down there with some more tires. I think because a lot of those guys didn't put tires on their lap 40 pit stop. I think there are probably guys down there with more tires, and you've got to put them on.
Oh, if the caution flag comes out with 5 to go, and you've got 4 tires, you're on the lead lap, you're going to get in the pits and get them because it's going to be on at that point.
Now, no disrespect to you two, but I'm going to watch and see what Richie Water does.
He usually makes fairly decent decisions, and what he's done tonight has been fun to watch. He's orchestrated that truck. He's tuned it up and got it in a position now where he's the fastest thing on the track.
Speaking of fast, Ron Hornaday leading, but not the fastest. Actually, the last time by, he was the fastest on the track for that lap, but it's 3.7 seconds, the difference between he and Kyle Busch. There's Brian Scott in that number 16. We had a spotlight on him earlier to start off this show. He's the highest running of our speed spotlight drivers. Brian Scott running 17th.
There's Donnie Leah right there. He was my spotlight driver. He's running in the 22nd position, only his 3rd start ever in the Craftsman Truck Series for our modified champion, Donnie Leah.
Oh, look at that. As they went through the lights, you could see a little bit. It looked like rain. Is there some moisture down there?
Oh, caution's coming out. Caution
sure enough,
rain.
We're seeing the rain start to come down here in Atlanta, and so the caution comes out. This is the 3rd caution of the night. Now, what this would do, if it would continue to rain and wash out the racetrack, this would be an official race.
Now what do we do? If you're Ron Hornaday, you see the rain, is it going to rain this race out, or do you need to come in and get tires?
You hope Harvick's driving around a track in a car a mile or 2 from around here and say, what's it doing over there? You can't pit from the lead right now, I don't believe, Phil. If you're running 7th or 8th, you loving this because you know you don't have anything to lose. You're on the lead lap. You can't fall back any further than that. Come in, get your tires if you got them, adjust your thing up, and hope that the rain stops, because then everybody in front of you has to come to pit road. You're going to have the track position you need.
Terry Cook's going to get the Aaron's lucky dog here. That'll put him.
Lucky dog, so let's see what happens there for if he can't pit.
And then when he's going to definitely come in and get those tires. Probably Ted Musgrave, who's running 7th, is also going to come in, as well as probably Matt Craftsman in 6th. I said, definitely, if I'm those guys, I think I'm going to come down pit road.
And Skinner, he's riding in 5th. He's had a tough season. I think he's probably going to just set pat and say, okay, if it rains and we get 5th, we'll take that tonight.
Again, the rain has brought out the 3rd caution of the night. There were 7 trucks that were on the lead lap. Now with Terry Cook getting the Aaron's lucky dog, that will make it 8 trucks on the lead lap. So the strategy potentially for 6th, 7th, and 8th, they will make it onto pit road, get fresh tires. Ron Hornaday out in front of the field. He's pretty much stuck. He's got to stay there.
Lap 113, and we have pit stops under caution. The rain has stopped at Atlanta, and as you can see, Jack Sprague taking advantage. 4 tires, fuel, he is away. Ray Dunlap.
Tires for Ron Hornaday too, and you know what? It kind of got forced into making that decision. Why? Because Kyle Busch came down the pits while we were under caution, and they put tires on that 51. The 33 had no intentions of pitting until they saw the 51 come in, and once that happened, they had to come in and get tires.
Yeah, the rain has stopped here, so what a great move by Richie Waters to bring Kyle in the first opportunity when pit road opened, because most of these guys said, well, this race may get rained out. So they stayed on the racetrack. Kyle Busch, Richie Waters, they said, hey, let's roll the dice. We're going to give up 2nd. We're going to come down pit road, and if the other guys have to pit, they're going to all be behind us.
And Ted Musgrave also came down the same time the 51 of Kyle Busch came down. So when they cycle back through, it will probably be the 51 and then the 59. And we're seeing
Chad McCumbee.
Chad McCumbee stayed out on the racetrack. Well, so McCumbee and Crafton are 1 and 2.
They're going to get eaten up. Yeah. They won't get off turn 2 with the lead. Those trucks behind them will go to the high side and drive right around them. Tires are everything here, and the cats right behind them have them.
Fresher tires for the 51 of Kyle Busch and Musgrave, as well as Hornaday, Skinner, Sprague, and Cook.
And Kyle Busch now has that 59 of Musgrave as a little bit of a buffer in between he and Hornaday. They have proven to have the best 2 trucks this entire race, and now Kyle Busch has that 59 of Musgrave. Maybe hold up that 33 a little bit of Ron Hornaday. Let him get by that 88 of Matt Crafton, who's running 2nd, and that 8 of Chad McCumbee, who's leading, and get a little cushion.
Adam Alexander.
And you guys talked about the 51 of Kyle Busch coming down early. The guy that joined him on pit road, the guy you see there, Ted Musgrave. Now, the thing we should point out for Musgrave, he had no sticker tires left, so they put on the tires that he started the race with. But as crew chief Danny Rollins pointed out to me, they're better than the ones that were on the truck. He restarts fourth. We're set to go back green.
Still an issue here trying to decide who is where between John Wood and the 18 of Dennis Setzer, and it doesn't look like it's going to get settled before the green flag is going to come, because
they got it worked out.
Yep, the pace truck has made its way onto pit road. The green flag back in the air. Chad McCumbee leads the field. Matt Craftsman running second. Here comes Kyle Busch.
Where's he going? Is he going low or is he going high? Or in the middle?
Go high.
Kyle Busch right on the back bumper of Matt Craftsman. Now he looks to the inside, taking second away from Craftsman. Now he'll set his sights on the 8 of Chad McCumbee.
How about middle? I'm going to go with middle.
That's another option he had.
What about Richie Waters? He's having a great night tonight. He's tuned that truck, and now he's made a call that's gotten him the track position, and as they come off turn 4, Kyle Busch to the lead.
That 8 truck of Chad McCumbee, just a sitting duck down there with older tires. Kyle Busch just drove by on the outside.
Hornaday's caught up in traffic. The second, and the other best truck of the evening is hung up in traffic and can't get clear to get after Kyle Busch.
Some awfully heavy traffic right there. There's Ron Hornaday right there.
Made the pass on Craftsman. That will be for third.
Look at these trucks. What a wad of trucks we have here. There's
3
Dennis Setzer on the
wide.
inside. All that white Dodge on the inside.
These guys are all battling for a top 10 spot, Phil, so they're not goofing around.
We only have 8 trucks on the lead lap right now. Remember, Terry Cook got the Aaron's lucky dog, so he had to restart this race at the very tail end of the longest line. That's why he's not up there racing those other trucks for the top 8 spots.
Todd Bodine, the first truck a lap down. He's being scored the highest in 9th. Here goes the 33 of Ron Hornaday, right by Chad McCumbee. Now it's Kyle Busch and Ron Hornaday 1 and 2 once again.
Okay, Ron Hornaday got by those trucks fairly quickly. You can see the gap right there. There's our leader left of your screen. That's the 51 of Kyle Busch, and here comes Hornaday.
Hornaday was leading the race. Richie Waters and that crew for Kyle Busch rolled the dice. They said, it's going to stop raining. We're going to go back green. Let's pit right now. And because of that decision, he has a 20-truck lead over second place Ron Hornaday.
We learned a long time ago not to doubt what Richie Waters does on pit road.
He knows when it's going to rain. He knows when the caution's going to fall. He knows it all.
Ray Dunlap, what does Ron Hornaday know about the finish of this race?
Well, he knows that he wished he would have pitted whenever the 51 came, but I just asked Kevin Harvick, what do you think about a tire limit? He said, I absolutely love it. It makes it so much more interesting. He said, I've been lobbying NASCAR for years to get us a tire limit over in the Sprint Cup Series. Said it makes it a lot more fun to have all the different strategies. Adam?
And guys, there may not only be a race on the track, but a race against Mother Nature. You guys talked about the starting of the rain and the stopping, starting to feel sprinkles again on pit road, and it's starting to pick up now.
So moisture once again, you see in the flag stand. Kim Lopez is going to throw the caution. So the caution once again. Kyle Busch is in front. Caution is out. We heard, sounded like Kyle Busch making a little bit of play-by-play there. Ron Hornaday moved up beside him just to let him know, I'm right here once again, Kyle. This time it looks as though the rain comes down a bit harder. We've used the words lose the racetrack before. What that means is when the track gets so soaked that they will have to bring jet dryers out here before they could restart the race. And we hope that we do not lose the racetrack.
That's an amazing turn of events. Ron Hornaday is set on cruise control. Everything was looking good. Starts to rain. Aaron's lucky dog for Todd Bodine. He's gotten himself back into the battle. He'll drive around, make up a lap, thanks to Aaron's, get in the fray.
The rain is coming here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Will we get it back underway? Stick around, we'll find out. It's Bobby Hamilton, Mark Skinner, and Bobby Hamilton will win the Easy Care 200. Ron Hornaday goes across the start-finish line. What a finish! It's going to slide out of fourth. Sprague's going to slide out of fourth, and Kyle Busch is going to win this race.
If you think it sounds exciting, wait until the real thing.
I've been saving my voice, expecting the unexpected here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, knowing the most exciting finishes in the series happen right here at this racetrack. Right now we're under caution because of rain once again.
We have the best 2 trucks all night running 1-2. Kyle Busch, the 51 and the 33 of Hornaday.
The rain picked up quite a bit, Phil, but it seems to have leveled off a little bit.
Subsided a bit,
I think.
Well, while we have a moment, let's take a look at tonight's Stay in the Game with Just for Men hair color moment. How about a guy that needs to stay in the game but has a long pit stop, so he restarts back in about 21st.
You know, I've never seen this before here at this racetrack.
I've never seen that before anywhere. Like, he drove off the racetrack to pass people, and then they got mad at him for it, so he said, fine, I'll do it the other way. You know, you stay in the game with Just for Men. Watching him would make your hair turn gray, especially if you're in one of those trucks out there with him.
How about one of the guys who's racing against him?
Let's see if we can talk to Kyle. Hey, Kyle Busch, Phil Parsons, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Phil. What's up?
We just looked at a little video there. That was kind of a new line that you used early on in the race when you ran the apron. Now, a lot of racetracks that aren't banked that much, we see some trucks and cars run down on the apron, but you were at speed passing trucks on the very bottom flat of the racetrack.
Got to go where they ain't. There wasn't any on the apron, so pretty much had to follow them there, but make sure I'm doing the right thing here, hopefully. Anyways. Truck's been handling real well all night, though. We've been really loose, so just been trying to tighten it up and get a handle on this thing. But, you know, we ought to ask the pace truck to dome down them lights a little bit. Then things are bright. I like following pace trucks and all, but holy cow.
I'll tell you what, a great call by Richie to bring you in when the pit road opened on this most recent caution flag. That gave you the track position. You gave up second. It looked like it may even rain this thing out, and you were going to give up a sure second place finish. Richie brought you down pit road. The rain stopped. You got back going here. Now the rain came again, but what a great call by Richie.
Well, it really was. You know, I mean, we just had to do what we needed to do in order to get some tires on this thing because, you know, we've won that way here in the past 2 times, and we knew that tires was going to be the deal. So being able to get them fresh skins on this baby and hopefully take it to the front was going to be the chore, but the rest of those guys came a lap later than us, so luckily we got the track position a little bit easier.
How much fun was it for racing Hornaday like you guys have raced so hard tonight?
We have raced pretty hard tonight. It's been cool, you know. He's got a really fast truck, you know, that those guys have really done their homework and have really gotten a truck that'll get around this place very well. We battled them for the win here last fall, and, you know, we are again tonight, so hopefully we can finish it out.
You were kind of our eyes down there on the racetrack. How does that rain look? Does it look like it's slowing down any, or we have a little bit of a long lull here to get the track dry?
The back straightaway was a little bit wet. It's kind of damp. I mean, it's not terrible. It just needs to get blown off here and make sure that it's dry enough for us to go around and not have any issues. But, you know, it kept sprinkling down the back straightaway the whole time. So hopefully if we get this thing going, we get it going. If not, you know, my brother's won one this way here in Atlanta by the rain, so hopefully I can.
Well, we appreciate you talking to us, and if we get this thing back going, have a good finish. If not, congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Phil. Appreciate it.
And so we've gone from yellow to red flag conditions. They stop the race trucks on pit road while they bring out the safety equipment as well as the jet dryers. Kyle talked a little bit about moisture on the back stretch. It's been an unbelievable start to this race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The teams were fired up as we got underway. The engines fired. High speeds and then problems sideways around the racetrack for multiple drivers. Richie Waters enjoyed the show.
You know, folks, if you're like me, you probably have lots of Craftsman battery-operated tools. It's great when they come in a combo pack with a light and a drill and a saw and all those things. Well, the old systems have a 19.2 volt battery, and most of them were black, and those are good batteries, but guess what? Craftsman's even made it better. They now have the red top batteries, and these are lithium-ion batteries. They'll last a lot longer, and they have what's called a smart chip technology. Inside here, it makes sure that you don't let it get undercharged, it won't let it get overcharged, and it won't keep any kind of memory. Now, those are good at 19.2 volts, but check this out. They now have a 20-volt lithium-ion system with all kinds of brand new tools, and these things last forever. Now this is the 1/4-inch drive unit, and I really like this impact wrench because it's variable speed. You can start it out real easy. You can go medium speed or up to 3,200 RPMs. But I love the collet on the front of here. You want to get your bit out, you just go like that, it's gone. Get your new bit, you squeeze it, you snap it, and it's in there and ready to go. Now these tools have a lot of power, but what's fantastic is on the front, it's got a battery indicator light with 4 buttons. When I push right there, you can see just how much power's on this battery, and you never have to wonder if your tools are charged and ready to go.
And welcome back to Atlanta Motor Speedway under a red flag condition, so no one able to pull out their Craftsman tools and use them to make any final adjustments. We have 7 laps of racing remaining. After 123 of the 130 laps, the rains came. Kyle Busch was out in front of Ron Hornaday, Chad McCumbee, Matt Crafton, and Mike Skinner.
I love that top 5, don't you, Rick? You got the veterans up there, you got the rookies, and then you look at this group with a bunch of Grizzly veterans, guys that have done this for a long time. But then in the top 5, you've got McCumbee, Crafton up in the middle of them. Nice mix here in the Truck Series.
Again, as we're under a red flag condition, the officials standing by the trucks. The driver's still strapped in. Safety crews working around the racetrack trying to get a dry racing surface. The next time the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series heads to the racetrack, it will be in 3 weeks, and that will be Martinsville. We go to short track racing. We've had 3 super speedways. The next time we hit to the racetrack, it will be the paperclip of Martinsville. So a little half mile, and that will be on Fox. So make sure to set your calendars for 3 weeks from now, Martinsville, NASCAR on Fox.
The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series takes on a short track with no shortage of action. Trucks will tangle and timbers will ignite at Martinsville Speedway. Can Toyota driver Mike Skinner three-peat at the paperclip? Or will another manufacturer drive into victory lane for the first time since 2005? Don't miss the first short track race of the Truck Series season starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, live on Fox.
Welcome back. The American Commercial Lines 200 on speed, actually on hold right now as we've had a little bit of a rain delay. We're under red flag condition. The trucks are parked on pit road, but we're hearing from NASCAR that they will be cranking the engines shortly and they'll be headed back to the racetrack.
Let's see if we can catch up with Todd Bodine. He's had an up and down night, a little bit of a difficult pit stop for him earlier.
Be ready. They're pulling the jet dryers in.
Put him a lap down. Hey, Todd, it's Mike, Phil, and Rick up in the speed booth. It's been a rough night for you, but you're back on the lead lap. Got something for these guys at the end? Hey, Todd, it's Mike and Phil and Rick up at the speed booth. You've had an up and down evening. I'm wondering if you think you can get up there and get a top 5 out of this deal.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, I think we got a truck to do it, but unfortunately, the way the rules are written, even though, because we got the lucky dog, we have to start at the tail end of the longest line, which line is going to be single file, so unless we can get a quick caution to get in front of these lap trucks, it'll be tough, but Mike Sr.'s done a great job adjusting this thing. Our worst run was that green flag run, but he did a great job. We've gotten a lot better here, and I think we could get up there and race them, but we're going to need a quick caution to do it. This Lumber Liquidators crew's done a great job, and everybody Germain Racing, so we'll see what this Tundra's got. Hopefully we can get that quick caution.
That's what it's going to take for you to have a chance to contend, but you got tires and the other guys don't, so it'd be fun if there was a caution, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd pretty much look like a hero, I think, these new tires, but you feel like Superman when you got new tires on. We'll just have to see. You know, it's a shame we've got ourselves in this position. That one green flag run there was the worst the truck was, and we got that lap down, but you never know. We'll just have to see what we can get out of it here.
All right, we'll be watching. Thanks for your time, Todd. Have a good race.
All right, bud. Thank you.
Going back from red to yellow flag conditions as the trucks make their way back out onto the racetrack. We ride along with Todd Bodine. Let's catch you up as to what has taken place today here our race summary. Ted Musgrave, problems early on the start of the race.
Yeah, Chad McCumbee spun his tires in the 8 truck. Ted Musgrave passed him. You're not allowed to do that on the start of the race. He was brought down pit road for a pass-through penalty. He has battled back. He's not running 6th.
Battle for the lead, and it seemed like it was these two trucks all night long.
Well, one of them would go high and the other one would run low and pass them, and then they'd switch it back and forth, as you see right here. What a great battle all through the early parts of the race with these two guys. But then problems for Johnny Benson.
Johnny Benson, third in our first 2 races of the season. He blows the right front tire out as he goes through the quad oval and into the wall, and a lot of damage, but he's been able to bring that truck back out onto the racetrack.
Here's Kyle Busch making some passes in some unusual places.
Yeah,
we talked to him a few moments ago. He said he had to pass them where they ain't, and that's what he did. Unfortunately, Colin Brown thought he had a flat tire and may have very well had a flat tire, and Kyle made some contact with him. But you see right there, the rain came, the caution flag came out.
But now it's as good as it gets. You got Kyle Busch leading the race. We're getting ready to go back green with just 4 laps to go. Hey, Ron Hornaday is second. He's sitting there chomping at the bit, wanting to get him some of that Kyle Busch cap. You know, we've all talked about Hornaday's restarts. Let's see what we get here. It's time for him to shine. You know, if everybody wants to say what a great restarter you are, this is a perfect time to prove them all right.
And I would not put him past him, because I've seen him do some amazing things on these restarts. But Kyle Busch knows that as well. He knows that Ron Hornaday is a great restarter.
These trucks are basically even. You know, we've seen on the short run, maybe Kyle Busch a little bit better, and then on the longer haul, Ron's a little bit better. This is all or nothing. Ron needs to hit his gear shifts perfectly, try to get that truck up beside Kyle Busch and get that lead in the first turn.
You know, this caution or red flag, whatever, for rain was a great break for Terry Cook, because he restarted at the tail end of the longest line, the one before this. Now he's right up there with him.
It's all about to happen. Green flag back in the air. 4 laps of racing to go from Atlanta.
Can Kyle Busch hold that throttle down? Can he run this corner wide open?
He's going to have to try as they go into turns 1 and 2. Kyle Busch just a little off the white line. Ron Hornaday right on that white line, running 1 and 2. To the high side of the racetrack, Ron Hornaday stays up against the wall. Kyle Busch in the middle and ducks back down to that white line.
Look at the battle. Matt Craftsman has taken over the 3rd spot from Chad McCumbee. Now Mike Skinner's coming on the outside.
Here comes Skinner. They were side by side for 4th. It's Skinner's going to take 4th away from McCumbee. He drops back to 5th. Up in front, Kyle Busch. Ron Hornaday still battling for the lead.
Ted Musgrave is joining that battle for 3rd on back.
Matt Craftsman, career best, 3rd. It happened here 1 year ago for the 5th time. Matt Craftsman stuck in that rut of 3rd place finishes. He can see 2nd and 1st just in front of him here in Atlanta. They're 3 wide behind him.
There's Todd. Again, he's on the lead lap, but he's so far behind right now. He needs another caution flag. Whoa, he might get one.
Very close there. 2 and 3 wide as they go through the quad oval.
There's nowhere for Todd to go. He's got a fast truck, but he's hemmed in.
Less than 2 laps of racing to go. Down the backstretch they go. Kyle Busch has got a lead on Ron Hornaday. 3 and 4 wide behind him. Coming out of turn number 4, the white flag goes in the air. 1 lap of racing to go. Kyle Busch leading Ron Hornaday 0.3 of a second.
Mike Skinner has jumped up into the 3rd position, his highest position of the race.
Kyle Busch looking to make it back-to-back wins in the 2008 season.
Look at him run the low side of the track. He's just trying to break that draft off of Hornaday, so he has nothing to pull up to, and he doesn't have anything to pull up to. Kyle Busch will bring this thing home off 4.
This will be the 3rd win at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the trucks for Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch wins the American Commercial Lines 200. Look at the 2 and 3 wide battles back behind them, all for positioning.
They're not done yet, Rick.
Todd Bodine knows he can't improve his position. Backs out, moving his way into turn number 1. There is your winning crew chief. He's standing by with Ray Dunlap.
Richie, I'd like to know, how tough of a call was it for you to give up that 2nd place position, come to the pits to make an adjustment there?
It wasn't a tough call at all when you got Kyle. I mean, we know we had a better truck on new tires, and tires are already starting to fall off after that little run there. So we figured, heck, the only way we're going to win this thing is come put tires on. So we know when you put tires on Rowdy, he's going to go to the front.
2 in a row. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, off to victory lane. That is Richie Waters. Kyle Busch has run this exact same truck to victory lane 7 different times. Of the 8 wins in his Craftsman Truck Series, he won in chassis number 11. Another victory, 2 in a row tonight here at Atlanta.
Not a bad start to the 2008 season for Kyle Busch. What do you mean? Second, first? Well, yeah, could have been better. I mean, you know, the last 5 races, he's never finished out of the top 2. That goes back to last year.
It's good to see the Miccosukee Indian tribe. Been a very, very staunch supporter of NASCAR racing, sponsoring James Finch in Nationwide and Sprint Cup, getting a victory here. I like when people that use this sport to promote their products have some success, and obviously a lot of success tonight.
And how about exciting for Billy Ballou, team owner from right here in the Atlanta area, baby. Gets another victory. This is the 3rd time Kyle Victory makes that hard turn back onto pit road and will make his way into victory lane. So Kyle Busch continuing his celebration as he works by the other trucks on pit road. He'll be in victory lane. When we come back, we'll hear from the winner, the American Commercial Lines 200. The truck is in victory lane. The driver is in victory lane. He's about to climb out. Let's go down to Ray Dunlap.
Here comes Rowdy Busch out of that number 51. He's got a NOS energy drink. He's going to put it all over Richie Waters and Billy Ballou's crew here. 2 in a row. Pretty impressive. Kyle, oh boy, this is going to be ugly.
Oh, wait, Ray.
Yeah, I know. I'm not too happy about that, you having that in your hand. But I'll tell you what, you got to be pretty happy about a great pit call there. Sitting in 2nd place, you guys came to the pits. I thought you were crazy.
Why?
Well, I mean, what are you doing giving up track position?
How many times have I done that already here and won the race? You know, 2 times. So we knew it was going to be the deal. And I was kind of surprised when nobody followed. When Hornaday didn't come and then nobody followed me. You know, normally everybody always says do what the leader does. And well, I think that Richie made a great call and coming down pit road to get those 4 tires. And, you know, got to thank Miccosukee for coming on board with us this week. You know, we're trying to get Billy Ballou a major sponsor here. And if anybody out there really wants to help out, we'd take it, you know. But, you know, got to thank NOS Energy Drink and all these guys at Billy Ballou Motorsports and everybody that helps pit this thing. And guys in pit road were really good today making all the changes we did, man. We had the hood up on this thing. We had the track bar down 8 rounds. We had 4 rounds in the left rear. I don't even know what else we did.
You had some special guests with you here this weekend, too. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the Kyle Busch Foundation, you know, and M&M's donated tickets to the Kyle Busch Foundation, and we gave some tickets to the kids to come out here tonight and watch us race. So glad we were able to win this one. I dedicate it to those guys. And, you know, they were a lot of fun to hang out with there on Thursday. We went out and went over to their home and visited with them for a little bit and, you know, really had a lot of fun with them and, you know, took some photographs and whatnot. But all in all, you know, everybody that supports me and all the staff that I have at Kyle Busch Motorsports and all those folks as well as all these guys here is what makes it happen for me.
I don't know exactly how many trucks you passed tonight, but you passed them in some pretty unusual ways. Had to have been fun, huh?
Yeah, there was a couple apron shots there, you know. I mean, hey, go where they're not, you know. So I went down to the apron, she stuck, and I tried making a move on the apron at 3. That was a little stupid, but, you know, glad the 6 truck ended up being all right. I'm not sure if he had problems or what it was, but, you know, all of a sudden I just had nowhere to go. I was either going to run in the back of him or go low, so I tried going low, and, you know, I just edged up on him a little bit and turned him sideways. But all in all, a great night for us. Glad we were able to get out of here all right.
I would say it's a pretty good start to the season. Here comes the champagne. Kyle Busch in victory lane. Oh, boy! That was nice. Adam, I think you've got Hornaday.
Yeah, and he's much drier than you are, Ray. Back-to-back top 5s for driver 33. And I know you wanted to win tonight. You could smell it. Tell us the difference in coming up short there, Ron.
There was no difference. It just Rick Rinnan and everybody done a great job in this Camping World Chevrolet. And I got to thank the VFW, Camping World, RVs.com. I mean, they definitely give me a ride, and it is so fun to drive this stuff. And Rick Wren and all the guys, thanks again back at the shop. They working their guts out. Same truck from California. They made some changes, and it's good. And Mark Smith, I can't thank him enough for the motors. I mean, just we had a truck we run on long runs, and you know, Bush beat me here last time on a green-white checkered, and just darn, I mean, we didn't know if it stay out or go, and then he came 4 tires, so we had to do 4 tires. But got to thank Kevin Delaney and everybody at the shop again. I mean, this is so much fun to race like this, but second really sucks.
Guys, he may not have won, but it's runs like this that got Ron the championship a year ago.
No one's ever won back-to-back championships in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Ron Hornaday trying to do it. Ray Dunlap trying to stay dry. It isn't going to work when Rowdy Bush is in victory lane. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series on Speed is brought to you by Craftsman. Craftsman Tools, the official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears, and by Aaron's Sales and Lease Ownership. Nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody. Although I think Kyle Busch could battle Aaron's in about any type of competition, especially when they're driving. Take a look at the point standings through 3 races. Kyle Busch now with a 72-point lead over Todd Bodine.
But we know Kyle Busch is not going to run all the races, so Todd Bodine theoretically is our point leader, or will be once Kyle Busch misses some races.
Mike Skinner currently 7th in the points. He's standing by with Adam Alexander.
And he gets his first top 5 of 2008. I know a lot of things could have went different at the end, but all in all, third pretty solid today, Mike.
It really was for our Tundra. You know, when I seen Rowdy come down pit road there, I said, we got a radar? Are we looking at this? Because if he just won the race, if this thing starts back up again, and sure enough, he did. But we had about a 4th or 5th place truck, and we finished 3rd, so it was a good night for us.
A solid run for Mike Skinner, and he did qualify for the Sprint Cup race. He will run on Sunday, guys.
And so a 3rd place finish by Skinner moves him up in the point standings to 7th. Kyle Busch running away with this one after 3 races.